First ride on the CB350 and I'm on a highway. Just adjust the mirrors a little bit and let's check it out. Definitely feels a lot different coming from a naked sports bike. Controls are a little weird. Let's rev the second, let's see how far it goes. Acha, so it kicks in at 80. It's pretty violent, the cutoff. Holy shit, 110 almost in third gear. Can't feel the kick yet. Okay, that's, yeah, it's kicking, it's kicking. This bike could really use a tachometer. I mean, at least for a first time rider. I mean, the eco mode's kind of helpful. It tells you, but you know you're low enough in the revs at least. I mean, this bike is pretty nice. I mean, I'm doing 80 and it feels kind of slow, which is a nice thing on a cruiser when you think about it. But like fifth gear is kind of dead. It's very comfortable. I'll admit it's not exactly my type of bike. I like something slightly more rev happy. But I mean, like for a cruiser, it's very good at cruising. I don't really feel the need to go faster than this at all. And I don't feel the need to go up into the final gear, the fifth gear. But plenty of range. Only thing I have to be careful of the pegs, cause like there's a heel and toe shifter, so I don't step on it while I'm shift this thing. Kinda get used to them. What else is there to say about this bike? It's extremely well rounded. It does what it's supposed to do. It's good at the cruising part. This is what the Bullet should have been, the classics. This kind of reminds me of why I wanted a Thunderbird or a classic 350 earlier. But whenever I rode someone else's or like the showroom one, it just felt like dog. This feels really nice. But yeah, I could definitely use a tachometer, at least for getting, like, you know, I mean, once you're used to the bike, it probably doesn't make a difference, but for someone who's just getting on the bike, it could make a huge difference. But it's got the torque, baby! Stick it in fourth and forget about it. Woo! Doesn't go hella fast, but it's fast enough. So man, just a windscreen and saddlebags and you're set for touring. The suspension is very nice and soft. think this has some kind of Bluetooth functionality. I don't really know. I have to ask. Okay, so fourth gear is definitely it's good gear. Fifth, it's way too. Fourth and fifth are virtually the same. Alright, I'm gonna get the same throttle and I'm gonna shift up. No, wait, okay, so just sorry. Weird. Not really an it's an overdrive, but it's not exactly the same. Nah, fifth is like dead. Just leave it at fourth and cruise, man. Yeah, it is heavy. It is heavy. You can feel the weight. But at the same time, the weight's helping you in the highway. It's keeping you planted. Really planted. Let me try wiggling around a bit. Oh, yup, it's heavy. It is heavy. It's a reassuring kind of heavy. Yeah, I think the gearbox could have used a little more tweaking because Jesus Christ, it's like dead in fifth gear, even when you're at higher speeds. And also the indicator place is so weird. The horn, you don't press it out like any other bike. You have to press it inwards. So why Honda? Why would you do this? What was wrong with it?
Since the audio and video after this point were practically unusable, here are my final thoughts. It's a great bike for cruising. I cannot speak about its performance in the city since I barely used it in the city. Unlike the Thunderbird and Classic 350, you can actually use most of the engine's power and torque without the vibrations trying to kill you. Coming to the downsides, it isn't that great at masking its weight once you're moving along. It feels very planted, but it's heavy when you stop and it's heavy when you're moving. Then fifth gear feels useless thanks to how tall the other ratios are. Just stick it in fourth and you're all good. And finally, the switch gear placement. The indicator was below the horn, unlike on other bikes, and for the horn you have to press it inwards towards the handle, towards your console, instead of outwards like every other bike. I'm sure you can get used to it, but it's just different compared to everyone else. So yeah, that's what I thought of the Honda CB350 H'Ness, and I can definitely recommend it if you're in the market for a cruiser. Well then, thanks for watching my video, and I hope you watch another one of mine.